Hey, hey, Chalkin History friends. The weekend is almost over. We are down to 1 week away from Easter, so we're going to do one last Easter project. Maybe not the last one, but we're going to do an Easter project tonight. Come on in and say hello. I hope everyone had a nice weekend. I hope you had a beautiful Palm Sunday. If you see that red live box at the top left corner of your screen, you are joining me live. Hello. Say hello. We're going to get this sprinkled. If you can also do that, I would truly appreciate you. That just helps my business out in a big way, so I appreciate you all. All right, we're gonna get started. This is our Happy Easter Bunny bundle, and that is you get your A size transfer and your little bunny slim cut. Let's grab that. All right, so these two things will come to you as a bundle. Happy Easter Bunny Slim Cut, and then the transfer. This is our 5.5 by 7.5. Or is it? Honestly, it's 6.5 by 4.5, but I want to say this part itself is 5.5 by 7.5. Honeycomb frame. However, I went to look for it and I did not see it. So I'm wondering if they're holding it back for something, maybe a special promo that might be coming up. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. And the 8 by 10 one is out of stock. That one you were given. Let's see what they ran a special on that one too, I think. Can't remember. It's been a while. Anyways, we're gonna use ours today. And then you guys way back, let's see. Looks like 2022, we came out with the simple shapes. Do you guys remember the simple shapes? They came in the wood stain and they also came in the white wood. Well, I just so happen to have some leftovers, so I'm gonna grab one of the wood ones because I wanted some contrast, right? And this honeycomb frame has these lovely little tabs where you can pop out, this is the boutique surface that came with it. You can pop those out and look, you guys, those refills or the simple shapes fit perfectly. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we don't even need the frame in front of us. We can put that aside because we're just gonna work on this guy. We're gonna use our En Vogue colors. We're gonna play with those because those look bright and cheery for Easter. That aside, and let's get everything out and prepped. So with our little bunny, we're gonna paint him, I think because he's the wood color, we're gonna paint him white. And I'm just gonna use our chalk paste to do that. And I'll just use a good old little foam makeup triangle. You can also use a wipe. Let's try a wipe. Let's try that tonight. That's always an easy way to color, except I'm going to squeeze this out because sometimes they get too wet. Sometimes they are just too wet. And let's take that off. I'm just going to kind of dip it in my white paste. And we're just going to use it to color our bunny. This will put a nice thin coat on our bunny. Okay, it's almost kind of like whitewashing it a little bit. If you want it darker, then I suggest painting it on with a foam brush or something like that. Okay, get rid of my fingerprints there. All right, I think that should be good. He's nice and white. Let's give him a little dry. I might go over it again. I'm going to compare it to the frame once it's nice and dry. We're going to see if it's close in color. It's Sunday night. Time to wind down before the work week starts. The countdown to Easter. Are your houses ready? Is your food all ready and ordered? Those of you that celebrate. Not everybody celebrates, I get that. All right, let's see if we're close. Oh yeah, that's pretty spot on. And that would look cute down there, wouldn't it? Okay. All right, that is very close to color, so I'm gonna stop there. But you most certainly could make it more brilliant, bright white if you want. Okay. Let's go ahead and also let's give him a good little waxing here. Grab a paper towel. On a little bit. And we're going to kind of move that around. It's kind of flaky on me tonight. I wonder if it's too cold. Sometimes I noticed if my wax gets a little too cold, it will kind of flake on me. Nice and buffed. The way you can tell too, especially on wood, is it will get nice and shiny. I'm trying to catch the light for you. Kind of see. It's not going to catch it, but trust me, it is good. All right, let's close this up. All right, so what we'll end up doing is we will end up adhering it to the board. Okay, let's see, I should have kept that wax there, the paper towel. It feels pretty soft, however it is wood and there is wood grain, so let's go ahead and wax that too. Might as well do that. Let's see, is this clean? I don't know, I think that's the stain, or that is not clean. Let me grab a clean one. try this guy and see if this helps better. So this is just a little foam pad that goes on this little tool. I like to kind of swirl it in there. I'm gonna warm my chalk up a little, or my wax up a little bit with my little air tool here. Let's see if that helps. All right, and then we're gonna apply it to our board. I'll tell you what, this has helped me a lot because my hands are starting to kind of get a little arthritic, so it kind of helps with something to hold on to. We do have the applicators. They're like a little pad that you can hold on to, but for the life of me, my hands will not hold on to it. Okay, I think, I don't even know if that grabbed any. Let's try this again. The wax is being difficult today. All right, let's get some of that on there. We're gonna kind of wax on, buff off, all at the same time. And you can tell it gets super, super like glossy and really soft and very slippery when you have it buffed. Okay. This aside. All right. All right, guys, let's get our transfer out. I also feel like the edges are kind of rough, so I'm gonna grab one of my little wood file things. I'm just gonna kind of soften those edges up. You won't see this because this will go inside the frame. It just feels kind of rough to me, so I just want to smooth that out a little bit. Now, if this were the white ones, you would see the wood color from underneath the white come through, which is a neat look. Gives it a distressed edge. You can kind of see it on here. But again, it's going to be stuck in that frame, so I'm not gonna really see anything. I mean, I could rough it up a little bit. We could. If I was gonna rough it up, I should have roughed it up beforehand. Yeah, we should have roughed it up a little bit. That's okay. All right, let's just kind of wipe that off. Now I feel better. I don't feel like I'll get splinters or anything like that. Okay. And let's do this. Happy Easter Bunny. Okay. And then we're going to center it on here. Maybe a smidge low, so let's just kind of adjust a little. Let's see if did I even adjust it? now we just need to adjust it. I think we're okay design-wise. I feel like over here is a little bit smaller than over here, so that looks good to me. Okay, let's rub that down. You want to make sure that transfers really nice and flat, that you don't have any air pockets, no wrinkles, no little objects in the way. Okay, let's bring our colors over. We have Taffy, we have Tropic, the Shimmer Lapis, and then Wild Lime. And I think the other color, one of the other colors was Lime Sorbet. Is this something borrowed? We also had the Sea Glass. So maybe the Wild Lime. Wasn't one of them? I don't know. I'm trying to think if there were 5 or 6 colors. Don't remember. Oh my gosh. It seems so long ago that they introduced these. Anyways, I'm not going to go too light with my colors because I feel like with that brown, light brown wood, we want something bright to pop. So my little garland around, I think I'm going to do the Tropic. We will do our bunny. When we actually do the bunny, we will do that. I think I'll do the little ribbon in the pink, the taffy color. We may have to grab our black. Or what we should do is use camel. I think I'll use our camel for that. Okay. All right, let's just start, shall we? Ooh, I've never used this color yet. Let's grab a clean squeegee. I'm just going to scrape this off. Let's get that lid off. Never fails. I always get my fingers in it. Fingers, hands, everything. Okay. Just scrape that off. Let's get some nice fresh chalk paste on our squeegee here. And I'm just going to go all the way around. Paying attention to my edges. Taking off excess as we go along here. Excess back. Make sure you got it all. Okay. We'll have to do the Happy Easter in a different color. I'd like to do it in a different color. I guess we don't have to. I would like to. All right, let's close that up. So if we're gonna do the ribbon in the taffy, and I think I'm gonna do his little, hers are his little nose. Let's do Happy Easter in that, the Shimmer Lapis. That. Ooh, pretty. So pretty. All right, and I'm just gonna grab this little cut up squeegee here. Ooh, that's pretty. Very pretty. Scrape that off. Try to get all that excess off. And then we can peel because we're gonna do the bunny and place it on top. Honestly, if you want to, you can chalk the bunny, but you don't need to if you're gonna use the slim cutout. Okay, so we're just gonna, wonder if we should do the bunny, just so we know where we're gonna stick it. Let's do, all right, I'm just gonna kind of wipe this off. Get as much off as I can. I'm gonna dip it really quick in there and we'll do the bunny real quick. Just so we know where it's gonna go. Okay, just scrape that back. All right, now we can take that off. Okay, very pretty. All right, let's get that dry. Now, if you don't want to use your slim cut, you can color in your bunny at this point. If you have like chalk marker, acrylic markers, colored pencils, whatever. At this point, we can set this aside. I'm gonna put our bunny to the side, and we need to just wipe, I think I just wanna wipe that middle out where we used the blue, because we're gonna do the camel. Remember, we're gonna do the camel color for the bunny, so. I don't want the blue and the camel to mix. I'm just gonna wipe this out and then we'll wipe it down with a dry paper towel because we don't want to put a wet transfer down. Just put that there. Let me get a paper towel. Okay, I'm just gonna wipe it. Turn it over. You want to get the adhesive side also dry. Okay. Give it a quick look, see, looks good. And then we will place it on our slim cut. What's nice is you can see where it's laying, so you can move it around if you need to. Okay. I feel like I have a little hair or something there. Let's try to get that off. Come on. There we go. I think I got it. Yep. Okay. All right, let's move that down. Alrighty, we said camel, so let's get our camel. I am gonna do the bow in that taffy color, so let's open the taffy. And I think I'm gonna do the nose. The eye, and then the bow. This is such a pretty color. It's so bright. It's almost kind of like a neon color. It's really pretty. Get that excess off. And there's a little bit of a marking for the inside of the ear. So let's see if we can get that to show up here. Okay. Everything else I think will be the camel. All right, let's get our camel. I felt like camel was a good color to go with because that will bring out, you know, the wood. Okay, got that. The ears. Trying not to disturb the pink. I'm just going to kind of turn this a little bit so I can get to this side of the ears. All right, let's put that there. All right, let's see how we did. Well, we actually need to get a little bit of that leftover off here. Okay, let's see how we did. Aw, so cute. Okay, a little bit in the middle there we need. Sometimes I do notice when I do cut my little squeegees, it is hard to use this the strength. I can't think of what I'm thinking of, but here we go. Look how precious. It's a very, very fine lined transfer for sure. Aw, okay. Okay, let's get everything shut. This guy, our camel. I may or may not, let me look. I might do the vine again. Let's see if I can get this lined up. Wash it up, guys. This is just a wipe I'm using. I'll just get the majority of that paste up. This will allow me to see a little better. Okay, let's get the underside. Little water. All right, let's get a paper towel again. All right. top, dry the back side. Remember, you don't want to put a wet transfer on your dry project, okay? Do not want to do that. Just gonna kind of wave it a little bit. It just feels a little scarce to me there, so let's just fuzz it a time or two. I'll line it up by the bunny. That should have everything lined up. I think I'm going to go around again with the lapis. Honestly, I might go ivy. I think I want that a little darker. I think that's what I want to do, is something a little darker. So I'm going to go over it in the ivy. And if it kind of shows through halfway and shows through not halfway, that's good too, because it'll look like it's two different kinds of greens, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm really going to try pressing it through. Like I said, this is a fine design. It's a very fine point, if that makes sense. You know, it's not thick lines. Okay. All right. Let's see how that turned out. There we go. I think I like that better. Still very, very fine. Glue. So cute. There we go. Just put a little glob on there and kind of move it around a little bit. All right, and then because we've chalked it, we kind of have an idea of where it's going. Also see just a little dot of green. We should be able to get off just because we waxed. It's just sitting on top. Sometimes it gets in that wood grain and then you can't, but I think we got that. Okay. All right. Plop it down. Cute, 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 cute. So cute. All right, let's bring our frame over. And our frames, they don't have any hangers on the back side, so that's kind of nice. You can do up or down. But you just kind of pop that in there. Swing these guys around. What's nice is you can do something on this side as long as I guess you're not going into it with these little holders. And voila. Aw, that turned out so cute and so simple. That's it, guys. Quick and easy. I love it. I love it. Clean up our mess. 1 week to Easter, you guys. I hope you had a blessed Palm Sunday. If you do practice, if not, that's okay too. I hope you had a blessed day nonetheless. And I hope to see you guys again soon.